is MTV Jr. Welcome to our latest show, brought to you by Baron Hirsch Congregation, the greatest synagogue in America. This is going to be an exciting show. Let me tell you, we're going to tell you what we're going to do today. But first, let me introduce myself. My name is Uri Pilichowski, and this is my family. This is my beautiful wife in the red skirt over there, Aliza, and my 6 wonderful children. I have 5 girls and 1 boy. You can see the 1 boy. He's wearing a white shirt like me and standing in the middle in case you couldn't tell who is the boy and who are the girls in the picture. So that is my wonderful family. I love each and every one of them. And let me show you where I live. I don't live in Memphis, Tennessee, or Fair Lawn, New Jersey, or Los Angeles, California. I live in Israel. And if you look, you could see a red balloon that's right over my town. I'm right outside Yerushalayim, and the place that I live in is called Mitzvah Yericho. You can see it's written right above there. And look how beautiful it is. This is a picture of my town, of the wonderful mountains that you see. It's so gorgeous here and so beautiful. And Eretz Yisrael is a beautiful, beautiful place. We have mountains, we have trees, we have lakes, we have rivers, we even have a sea. It is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place to live. And that is where I live and where I'm actually making this show right now. Okay, let's talk about what's on today's show. So first of all, you can't ignore it, the big picture right here of a raffle ticket. If you send in the answers to this show, and that's why you want to have a piece of paper and a pen so you can write down stuff, because we're going to have questions and different games that we're going to play, and then you're going to email me the answers. And if you email me the answers, then you can win raffle tickets. That's one of the most exciting parts of this show. But before we do anything with raffle tickets, I'm going to tell you a story about 2 people who didn't like each other and then made peace together. And then we're going to do the Hebrew word of the day. It's a great word, something that you're going to love. And then we're going to take a trip around Eretz Yisrael on a special day for kids in Israel called Lag BaOmer. You might have remembered Lag BaOmer, but this is a special day of fun just for kids on Lag BaOmer. And I went around for a couple of days and showed you what the kids in Israel do on Lag BaOmer. Okay? And then we're going to play a game, have a chance to win tickets, and then have a chance to win even more tickets. So let's get started. The first thing that we're going to do is watch a great story about 2 people who didn't like each other, and their people didn't like each other, but they made peace anyway. Let me show you what I'm talking about, okay? You're going to really, really love this. Here we go. It's a great, great story. I have an incredible story for you. You ready for this one? In this building behind me, I wonder if you know what the name of this building is. This is the Israeli Knesset. It is where all the laws in Israel are made. Right here, you can see, look how many flags they have. They love their Israeli flags. See if you can count how many there are. There's got to be at least 10 right here. A big one, 11, 12, 13, then 14, 15, 16, 17. Then up here, they've got another 3. That's 20 flags. And this building, here's another one, 21. This building is in Yerushalayim, Ir HaKodesh. It's in the capital of Israel, in Yerushalayim, and it's called, again, the Knesset. Now, many, many years ago, 33 years ago, Israel had a very big enemy called Egypt. Okay, it's a country called Egypt, and the man that led the country, that was the president of Egypt, was a really big, bad man named Anwar Sadat. Okay, President Sadat. And President Sadat tried over and over to send his army to destroy Israel and kill all the Jews. He's a really, really bad man. Really, really, really bad man. And his people, the people of Egypt, also did not like him. They didn't like him. He wasn't nice even to his own people. He wasn't just mean to Jewish people. He was mean to many, many people, even his own people. He's a really, really bad guy, okay? And one day, all of his people started saying to him that you keep starting these wars with Israel, and we keep losing these wars with Israel, and we're losing a lot of our own Egyptian people and our own Egyptian soldiers to keep fighting Israel. And we have a lot of problems here in Egypt, and you're not helping them. And they were getting very upset at him. So he wanted to show, President Sadat wanted to show his people that he wasn't just into war with Israel. He didn't just want to kill Israel. He really cared about the people of Egypt. So he gave a speech in Egypt, and he said, I want to make peace with Israel. I would even go to Jerusalem, to the Knesset, and make peace with Israel. Well, the prime minister of Israel at the time was a man by the name of Prime Minister Menachem Begin. And Prime Minister Begin, heard what President Sadat said, that he wanted to make peace in Israel. And he said, well, let's invite him. So he made his own speech, Prime Minister Begin, and he said, I invite President Sadat to come to the Knesset. And everybody couldn't believe it. They said, this will never happen. This is the Jewish people's enemy. Anwar Sadat, President Sadat, is the enemy of the Jewish people. He's never going to make peace with the Jewish people. It'll never happen. He hates all the Jews. This can't be real. But President Sadat gave a speech and he said, okay, I'm coming. Yeah, I'm accepting your invitation. Thank you, Prime Minister Begin. I'm going to come to Jerusalem. So a week later, President Sadat got on his plane with all his people, and people in Israel didn't believe it. They said it's a trick. He's going to get off his plane with a big bomb and blow up all of Israel. You'll see. Don't trust him. The Prime Minister Begin said, if one of our enemies wants to make peace with us, we have to put out our hand and shake his hand in peace. So Anwar Sadat came down and he flew into Israel, landed, got in his cars, and drove to the Knesset. And he spoke in the Knesset about making peace. And that year, with the help of President Carter of America, Prime Minister Begin from Israel, and President Sadat sat down and they made peace together. And I want to show you the picture. Hold on. Oh, no, whoop, I did it wrong. Hold on. I'll show you the picture of when he spoke in the Knesset. When President Sadat, the enemy of Israel, spoke in the Knesset. Here's the picture. This is Prime Minister Begin. And this is President Sadat. You see how he has earphones in? Because he didn't speak Hebrew. And Prime Minister Begin is speaking in Ivrit. He's speaking in Hebrew. And President Sadat is listening. And then President Sadat got up here. This is inside the Knesset. And he spoke from here about making shalom. And they made shalom together. They made peace together. Isn't that an incredible story? So why am I telling you this story? What does it have to do with you? Sometimes we get in fights with our friends. And sometimes they say mean things to us. Sometimes they might even hit us. We might say, I'm never going to talk to them again. But if Egypt and Israel can make peace, and they hated each other much more than anybody else, we can make peace with all of our friends. No matter what they do to us, we can always put our hand out for shalom, for peace. Isn't that a wonderful, wonderful story? I hope. Okay, let us now go back to the page that we were on before, the good page with the prizes and stuff, and we're going to do the word of the day. Watch this. Okay, here we go with we're going to go to the word of the day. It is today, get ready, here we go. Oh, get your pen and paper out so you can write it down. And if you send it to me, you will get a prize. Here we go. It is kadur, which means a ball, okay? So I have a picture of a ball here. It's a basketball, you can see, right? And then let's see if I can make believe I'm holding it. Well, look at that, okay? And the Hebrew word is kadur. If you write down the word kadur, write it down right now, or pause, and then you send it to this email address, I will send you a raffle ticket. And if you get raffle tickets, you can win prizes. Okay, now let me show you the Hebrew word of the day one more time. There you go, Kadur. Now I'm going to show you another amazing, amazing trip. We're going to go, it's not a story. We're going to go on a trip together. Okay, and this trip is going to be for Lag BaOmer special. This is going to be really cool. Watch this. You're going to absolutely, positively love this trip that we're going to go on because there's going to be so many interesting things you're going to see. Here we go. This next segment of our show over a few days to show you what Lag BaOmer is like in Israel. It's not like any other day. For weeks, children prepare, they gather wood, and we're going to go see what their piles of wood look like before Lag BaOmer starts. Then we're going to see how they put up their wood and construct the bonfire before it starts. And then we're going to wait till nighttime, and then we're going to go see the real bonfires. This is going to be an exciting, exciting time. So I want you to buckle up, pay attention, watch, be excited, get to see great things, and you're going to love this trip to Lag BaOmer in Israel. Enjoy. Okay, so you can see that all of these kids are gathering wood and they're putting these piles of wood together, and they put them on their parents' cars. They tie them on the roofs. You can see it's on the roof of their car, and they're putting massive, massive piles of wood together, and they collect them for weeks and then find a spot. You see, this is like a whole empty area where no one has to worry, and they collect them for weeks. So if there's a big fire, it's not going to spread anywhere because there's just dirt around. And then they put all their wood together. Let's see if we can zoom in even more. You can see they put all the wood together, and then on Lag BaOmer, what they're going to do is they're going to come out here and they're going to make huge fires, and hopefully we'll be able to watch them, because right now when I'm filming this, it's not Lag BaOmer yet, but you can see all the kids and how excited they are, and their parents are helping them. And this is what they do all over Israel. All over there is different piles of wood, and everybody puts all their wood together, and then they bring marshmallows and they bring hot dogs, and they're even going to stay up all night long. All night long. Even these little kids, look how little these kids are. Their parents are going to let them stay up all night long, and so they can have their fire. And what's so beautiful about this is that they're going to leave their wood here, and nobody is going to come and steal their wood because everybody respects each other. And if you see a pile of wood, you know that somebody worked very hard to get that wood there, so nobody's going to take it. Isn't this cool? So soon we're going to see piles of wood all over this whole area. Okay, so these kids, you see them, they've been working really, really hard to make sure that on Lag BaOmer they're going to have a huge bonfire. You look at all this wood that they collected. They went everywhere and they collected this wood from all over the place, in construction sites and different places. And they brought it all here, and when it's really hot out, they'll bring it, and look what they built over here for themselves. Okay, look at this. So they can sit, they're gonna light these fires. And there's a couple of bonfires that they put down, all this different wood together. You see they're all sitting here already enjoying, and they have a shade here for the sun. They brought couches, they're gonna sit here tonight, and they're gonna barbecue on these fires. Okay, see like all this wood, and you see how they build the fires, how they put the wood together. They pile it together so that it's all, when you light on the bottom, it's going to be strong on the bottom, and then the fire will go all the way up. And they use these things also to build the fire. These are the favorites of all kids to have these. These are used when they ship things to different places. They use these. So these are made out of wood, and these are great for having a fire because you don't have to take like all of these little pieces of wood. Like you see here, there's a lot of little pieces of wood, so it's much harder to collect all these little pieces of wood and much easier to have these big planks of wood. That's much easier. Okay, and then see, like this is Yosef, and he helps them out. And if you look, we're gonna look at one more down here. Look how high this one is. And you can see we're getting closer to it. And this one's gonna have, it's not as large as the other pile, but this one's fire is gonna go really high into there. You see a little truck that the town has that helps the kids bring the wood because it's really hot out. So it's much easier. You see the kids climb the mountains all over to go find the wood and bring the wood. And these are their counselors, right? They're called madrichim here in Israel. And they help the kids. And tonight they're gonna stay up late, and everybody stays up really late. And you see they have rocks all around to make sure the fire doesn't spread. And then look how tall this is gonna be tonight, all the way up. The fire is gonna be, you're gonna start the fire down here, and it's gonna go all the way up. Be very exciting. Now we are a couple of hours before Lag BaOmer starts, and I want to show everybody. I can zoom in, and you can see all the different bonfires that are being set up by kids all over. Big ones, small ones, so many different bonfires. You can see piles of dirt ready, and everybody is all excited, even all the way out there. If you look all the way out there, you can see somebody running by a bonfire over there. And look at this whole valley tonight, when we come out, is gonna be filled with fires, bonfires all over the place. It is gonna be incredible. And you can see all the kids just getting ready, and soon there will be fires everywhere over here. Pretty incredible. Okay, now it is a couple of hours later, and you can see all of those piles of wood have been lit on fire. And you can see there are bonfires all over, and you can hear all the kids. Let's see if we zoom in, if we could see. Okay, you can see that there's all the kids standing around. We're gonna go look at some of the bonfires and see some of the things that are going on and how cool it is. You can see, look at that big, huge bonfire just went up. Look at that. Look how big that is. You can see the kids are standing far away from it. This is very cool. And you can see there's even cars driving on this big field, and everybody's having fun. And you can see all the way over there, there are more bonfires and more cars coming down. Everybody coming to look at the different fires. And now we're gonna go check them out. Okay, now it is an hour later, and now look at all the fires here. It is pretty crazy. Let's zoom in on each one. Here you can see, look at that. Okay, and then this one from far away, see all the kids away. And then this, there they have three. Look at that, 3 fires. And one over there, let's zoom out so you can see, look at this. So many different fires. Each fire is a different class. So like, one of them is the 1st grade, one of them is 2nd grade, one of them is 3rd grade. And you can hear there's music. This is a lot of fun. So much fun. So much fun. Look at that, 3 fires. That is pretty amazing. That's it for Lag BaOmer this year. Okay, we are at the bonfires. You can see all the kids around, everybody having a great time, and look at this big fire. But there are fires everywhere. Watch this. You hear the music playing. People have food. Kids are having a great time. Now look over here. We're gonna go see some more fires. There are big, great fires over here. We're gonna go look at. Okay, here we go. We're going around to see all the fires. Look at this. You see these great fires that we've got here. And you see they're making marshmallows. So the kids are making marshmallows. Look at this. Look how much fun that is. Look at that. Little sticks. They're making marshmallows. And now let's go over. You see how much fun all the kids are having? like a ton of fun. You see, his mother's making marshmallows on a long stick. Look at this, how big this fire is coming up here. Look at these fires. Look at this. They're still throwing sticks in. Look at this. All the kids are having an amazing time. You can see they've got tables with food. And look at these kids. They're throwing stuff into the fire. Watch what this boy's about to do. Picks up the stick, and what's he gonna do? Whoa! And there's parents here to make sure everybody's safe. But this is what Lag BaOmer looks like in Israel. Tons of fires, all the kids out all night. This is one of the most fun parts of living in Eretz Yisrael. All the different fires that you have. Look at that. Look how cool that is. Isn't that not amazing? So much fun. Now they're going to sing about Shimon Bar Yochai. Listen. Okay. I hope you enjoyed that and you thought that was great. Okay, and let us go back here. Okay, great, excellent. I hope that was a lot of fun, and maybe one day, hopefully, you'll get to be in Eretz Yisrael for Lag BaOmer, and you'll get to see all those fires, and you'll get to help build them and light them and have a lot of fun. Okay, let's see now. Let's go to our next thing. Now we're going to have our game. Okay, so I'm going to say 5 words. You write down the 5 words on your piece of paper and then send them to me here, and you can win. Here we go. First word, peace. Second word, Knesset. Third word, ball. Fourth word, bonfire. And the 5th word, Lag BaOmer. If you send me those words to this email address, you can win a raffle prize. And now for our final raffle prize chance, our final game, send me to this email address what this week's Parsha is, and I will send you 2 raffle tickets. If you send me this week's Parsha here, you get 2 raffle tickets. And don't forget, if you go to Shul, you can pick up the newsletter for kids, just for kids, that has Divrei Torah and jokes and games you can see, and all different types of ways you can win more raffle tickets, and then you can win prizes. Okay, everybody, I will see you next week. Bye-bye.